Hi everyone and welcome back. This is part 2, chapter 3 of Sometimes All You Need Is a Hand by Dark Phantom 248. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. So, let's get into it. Chapter 3, Meeting His Parents. "Hitoshi, we're home," a voice said from the door, snapping Izuku out of his mumbling spiel. He shrunk in on himself and whispered, "Sorry." Hitoshi squeezed his shoulder in a comforting manner and said, "It's fine. I was just a little surprised since that's the most you've really talked. Also, it sounds like my parents are home." Izuku gave him a small smile. "Hitoshi, are you home?" another voice called from the front door. "Yeah, I'm in the living room," Hitoshi called. "Okay," the person, Hitoshi's dad, called back. "Here, come with me," Hitoshi said, putting his hand out for Izuku to take. Izuku took it and let Hitoshi lead him to wherever he was taking them. Turns out Hitoshi was taking him to meet his parents. Izuku wasn't surprised about that. If his kid brought some random kid home, he'd want to meet them too. What he wasn't expecting was to see Present Mike and Eraserhead. "Dad, Pop," Hitoshi said. "This is Izuku Midoriya." Izuku ducked his head down. "Are you okay, little listener?" the Present Mike, asked. Izuku, as excited as he was to meet two of his favorite heroes, didn't respond to Present Mike. He just shrunk in on himself even more. "Hitoshi, where did you find him?" Eraserhead asked. Izuku flinched at that. Where did you find him? What was Eraserhead expecting Hitoshi to say? A dumpster or something? Apparently, Eraserhead noticed Izuku flinching, and he backtracked. "That came out wrong. I meant, where did you meet, or whatever, because I know you didn't meet him at school since you left earlier to go feed the strays." Izuku thought about that for a second. "You left earlier to go feed the strays. Did Hitoshi like cats?" That actually seemed pretty fitting now that Izuku thought about it. Hitoshi seemed like a normally calm person, so it made sense that he liked cats. "He was sitting in an alleyway," Hitoshi said. And didn't that sound bad? Izuku thought about how he would have reacted if he was them. "You decided to bring some rando from an alleyway into our house." "What?" Present Mike asked. "He was sitting in an alleyway, battered and bruised," Hitoshi said. "Oh, that makes more sense," Eraserhead said. He then heard Eraser yelp with an "ow." Turns out Present Mike elbowed him in the ribcage. "Is he okay?" Present Mike asked. "Well, he's not actively bleeding anymore," Hitoshi said. "All that's left for him to do is change out of his clothes he's wearing. If he wants to," Hitoshi added quickly. "He was actively bleeding?" Eraserhead asked. "Quirk discrimination," Hitoshi said. And that seemed to answer a question Eraserhead hadn't even verbally asked, because Izuku could see Eraserhead stiffen at the words and clench his fists. "Oh, you poor thing," Present Mike said. Izuku ducked behind Hitoshi when he saw Present Mike coming towards him with his arms out. Izuku felt Hitoshi put his hand on his wrist and squeezed lightly. "Sorry, little listener," Present Mike said, stepping back. It's fine," Izuku whispered. Hitoshi turned around to face Izuku. "Do you want to change out of those clothes?" Hitoshi asked. Izuku hesitated before nodding. "Okay, you can borrow some of my clothes," Hitoshi said, leading Izuku to his room. When they got to his room, Hitoshi walked to his closet. He grabbed some clothes for Izuku. "Here," he said, making sure Izuku was looking before tossing him the clothes. Izuku caught them. He looked at the outfit. There was a shirt that said, "Leave me the fluff alone," with a cat on it, and a pair of black sweatpants. "Sorry, you can get changed in the closet, or I could wait outside. Whichever one you're more comfortable with," Hitoshi said. Outside, please," Izuku said. "Got it," Hitoshi said, walking out the door and closing it behind him. Izuku quickly changed into the clothes he was given, and by doing that, he found out the clothes were big on him, but they were super comfy, so he didn't really care. He opened the door and walked out of the room. "Are you more comfortable?" Hitoshi asked. Izuku nodded. "Good," Hitoshi said. "Also, my pop is making dinner." Okay, Izuku said. He hesitated before asking, Is President Mike your pop? Or is Eraserhead? Oh, Mike, Hitoshi said. Izuku just nodded and followed Hitoshi into the kitchen. Okay, and that's the end of chapter 3. This video is a little shorter than the other one because it's one chapter, but I hope you enjoyed. Also, I did mess up on one of the last lines over here, so I'm gonna keep that in, and I think that's really funny because I do that a lot when reading. Like, I'll mess up reading and then I just go because I know I messed up and I'm backtracking. So I really hope you enjoyed this chapter. I will probably post chapter 4 tomorrow if I end up writing it today, which I might because I'll have a lot of time today. So I hope you enjoy this, and also I will be podficking my other fan fiction, The Perfect Birthday. So keep a lookout for that. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in part 4. Bye!